Okay, so 1, 2, 3, David, go wild and crazy. All right,
I've got something really exciting to tell you all. I've finished my thesis. I'm going to drink that in for just a minute longer because I'm lying to you. This is my title page strapped to my D&D character sheet. I've tied my name to a fantasy. No, I'm nearly there. I'm finishing writing up right now. I've got some experiences though to share with you about writing. You see, I think I can boil down what writing feels like. It's kind of like going through puberty all over again. Now, I'm sure when you think of puberty, you're thinking about chasing girls or sneaking to clubs at the age of 17 and staying out way too late and doing way too many drugs. That's not my puberty. Because I'm a rare breed. I am a rural gay. I come from deepest, darkest Jacob Rees-Mogg country. And so I didn't have the options to do any of that stuff. If I wanted to sneak into a pub after school, I'd come home and go to the pub. I'd walk into the pub and behind the bar, there's my maths teacher moonlighting as a bartender. He'd say to me, "Bryn, you don't want to do this. I know your mother. She's my sister. I've got her number and I know where you live." So I didn't do that. I wasn't that interested in chasing girls either because, you know, I'm gay. And in a small conservative town, there's not all that many boys to chase. Well, there are boys to chase. There are men to chase. Men my father's age and my grandfather's age. But no one my age. Now, in 2018, when you're 25 years old, bringing home someone 10, 20 years your elder is kind of hot, right? Everyone's a daddy. When you're 15, it's problematic. So they weren't really eligible options. If I really wanted to, I could chase after Reginald, 83, from Milton Keynes. But the top speed of the mobility scooter is only 3 miles an hour. It doesn't make for a very entertaining chase. No, so that was quite out of the question too. That left me with very little things to do. And so I spent most of my time inside, in my bedroom, doing what teenage boys do best. And that's how it's similar to writing. I wake up first thing in the morning, clean my teeth, go downstairs and open up my laptop, sit there for hours, tap, 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 tap. Eventually my eyes will get sore. They say your eyes will get sore. My eyes get sore looking at the screen. I want coffee and lunch, so I head outside to the cafe and find a nice window seat on Ashton Lane, watch the nice people walking by, tap, 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 tap. Stares from strangers, tap, 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 tap. Helps me finish. The thesis! And of course, no adolescence is complete without a nagging parent, and no thesis writing exercise is complete without a nagging supervisor. My supervisor is always telling me to clean up that plot, or tidy that paragraph, or get that bit sorted before you send it to me again. Oh, Graham, it's so unfair! I just want a weekend off, please. I do have some moral support. I say moral support, writing aids. See, my group's got a tradition of handing down some friends, like the Fear Frog. Now, the Fear Frog gets handed down from PhD student to PhD student as they're writing up. How the Fear Frog came to be is a bit of an apocryphal story. He came back from some conference somewhere and he got a little motion sensor, so one day when the light turned on, he just ribbit right into the room and everyone shat themselves. And he sits on my desk and tells me, "Ribbit, ribbit, you're not finished, you're not finished." I'm not sure that fear is the best encouragement. So in true Queer Eye style, I've made him some friends. This is the penguin of self-improvement. He tells you, "Yes! You write that chapter! You align that paragraph! Yes, you can do it!" I like him. Here is a duck of enlightenment. He's glowing, you see. He tells us, we do not work to acquire, we work to become. I didn't get it either. This is Shelley the turtle. Shelley tells us that even if we don't make a lot of progress in a day, we've still made some progress, and every little helps. He only showed up last week. Finally, I've got Koshek. He's half squid, half cat. He floats an inch above my desk in chance. I don't know who brought him here. I can't get rid of him. He follows me home at night. I've tried calling the cops. They won't do anything. So, with the end of my thesis looming, I've got a bit of a crossroads coming up, because I'm not sure if I want to stay in academia. Ever since I was a kid, I always wanted to be a scientist. In fact, my mum's got a caricature of me at home from some wedding when I was a kid. Me with big glasses, like these, and buck teeth. Oh, I'm okay. Holding two test tubes. I'm like a scientist. I'm an astrophysicist. I don't have these test tubes, but still, dicks. But science has always been what I wanted to do, and now I'm here, and I'm going to be Dr. Bryn, and finishing my thesis. And I've come to the realization recently that at the grand old age of 28, that I've peaked. This is it for me. It's all downhill. I don't want to stay in science for a couple of, I think, pretty good reasons. You see, in academia, you don't get paid. You'd think that 4 years of undergraduate, a year in masters, and 4 of a PhD, 10 years of specialist training at a university would qualify you for expert status. You think maybe you get paid that 50 grand that Theresa May is promising you. You might think, and you can still keep thinking it, you're not going to get paid it. Additionally, academia really rewards you for being a functional workaholic. You stumble in on a Thursday night at 2 in the morning, you're stinking of, computers. You slump in your armchair and mumble something about, the data's not right. Fall asleep where you are, ready to do it again the next morning, don't shave. I'm not okay with being a functional workaholic. Then of course, there's the treadmill of anxiety. A typical academic week might look like this. Monday morning, you wake up, fuck! I need to get the data out. This week is all about the data. I need to get the data sorted so that it looks presentable for this conference. You work your ass off on Monday getting the data right, and Tuesday rolls around. Tuesday morning, fuck! I need to get this paper out. If I've got data, it's no good unless I can tell the world about it. This paper is imperative. This paper needs to be written today. Wednesday is break day. Wednesday's when we teach. Wednesday's when we do paperwork. Wednesday's when we look after our PhD students. Wednesday's when we worry about existence and cry. Thursday rolls around. Fuck! I need to write this grant. If I don't write a grant, nobody will hire me because I can't bring my own money with me. How do I write a grant? I've never written a grant before. How much money is money? I make 5p a minute. Is this enough for me? Right? Friday rolls around. Friday's the good day, right? No. Fuck! And on Friday, you realise that you spent the whole week worrying about your current job. You've got to worry about your next job because you're unemployed in a month. You've got nowhere to go, and you have to travel to Australia, and your mum's not going to like that because she'll never see you, and you don't want to move. And then do it all again next year. And finally, I'm not sure that I really do belong in academia. If you look around any good astrophysics department, or any bad astrophysics department, or the faculty staff, you'll see straight white man after straight white man after straight white man, and, I mean, I'm a man. I'll get to middle age eventually, it's just a matter of time. And none of this is straight though. I don't really feel like I belong in the patriarchy. The last time I felt like good in the patriarchy was last Pride when I went out to Poland and I brought home this 45-year-old guy and I was balls deep into him and I let out the word, "Oh, Daddy!" And that's when I felt good in the patriarchy. So, I'll be faced with a dilemma. Much like Pete, I'll be out of my arse, with no prospects. So I thought to myself, what do I like about my PhD, and can I find a job with that? When I finished laughing the next day, I thought I really liked the problem solving, and I've really enjoyed the people stuff, like working with other collaborators and demonstrating, teaching. So I thought about that first thing, the problem solving. I could get a lot of money if I go into finances in the public sector, in the private sector, not in the public sector. If I go into finance in the private sector, I could go work for some big bank and sell my soul, but that's okay, I'm gay already, I'm going to hell. And I can make lots of nice money and have some nice problems. The only real big problem is, I don't like being surrounded by twats. So I thought about that other thing, about the teaching thing. I could be a teacher, right? You say, those who can do and those who can't. I'm not going to finish that sentence. I could go to be a teacher. The money's not great, but it can't be that much worse than a postdoc. It's really rewarding, right? You get to spend all day with these kids and see them grow and teach them how to be a real person, and it sounds really nice. The only problem is I don't like being surrounded by twats. So then I thought about doing comedy full-time. Like, I'm okay up here, I don't mind making a fool of myself. The problem is, I'm not getting paid tonight, which I'm going to take up with Pete later. And of course, I don't like being surrounded... I'm not going to finish that. So, it comes to this. I've got no job prospects, and I finish soon. So I say to you, finally, the good people of the Stand Comedy Club, I'm clearly willing to embarrass myself on stage in front of a bunch of people. I think I'm funny. So, I'm saying to you now, I will suck a dick for a job here. Thank you.